What is up, everybody? BlueDog35 here. This is going to be a quick overview of the HG P601. It's made by Hongyan or Hangman or Hangwan. There you go. That's what it is. It's a 1/10 scale replica, knockoff, whichever you'd like to call it, of the AMG 6x6 or the Dubsta 6x6 from GTA 6 or GTA 5. Sorry, lots of sixes. But anyways, if you've looked at this online or seen other videos of it, you'll see a little bit of a difference here. I have painted mine, not in the recommended way, because I just spray painted over top of it. I used the this is just Krylon True Blue. I wanted to replicate my my Dubsta 6x6 in GTA 5, which I will put a picture of now. And I just wanted to replicate that as best I could. I know I didn't get the roof and all that stuff, and this is probably supposed to be white also. But I just wanted to get as close as I could, and I kind of ran out of patience and went as far as I wanted or felt like was appropriate to get the look. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about the actual vehicle itself. So it is 6-wheel drive. It's got a single motor, and it is shaft driven. It uses not planetary gears, and it's not a worm drive. It's not like a worm gear drive, but it's got some funky rear axles in it. It's like a, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like a drop axle, if that makes any sense. This is the truck. This is about how big it is. Let's see, spray paint can for size. This is sitting on the same perch the truck is, so it's about up to here. If I let it go, it'll fall, but it's about right up to here. And you can't really go off my tiny little CeeLo green arms because, all that stuff. But it's about, I'd say it's about 1 1/3 CeeLo green arm long. I don't know the exact dimensions. I probably should look them up or have them in my head or something. But if you want to know all that stuff, I will link this actual product in the description where you can purchase it, look at it. And I'll even type it all down there so it's not in Chinglish or you have to look for it. Because I did get this from GearBest, gearbest.com I believe it is, but I don't know, the link will be down there. It was expensive, but and arguably worth it. In my opinion it was. Other people who expect a lot out of their RCs, probably not. The build is surprisingly good, I guess. The plastic that they used for the frame, yes, it's a plastic frame, is actually good. It's not fiber reinforced like Traxxas or glass reinforced or whatever you want to call it, but it's very flexible. It's impact resistant. And I think if you do not spring for the metal upgrade parts, then I think it'll be a half-decent rig for you. Here is the underside, and I'm leaving the body on so you can see all the inner machinations. It's got a 3-link suspension setup, which I will show in closer detail in a different cut. I have to do it inside because I have a table set up inside that I'm going to do this on. And if I take the body off here, all you'll see is, just my black shirt. I probably should have worn something brighter for contrast, but my black shirt on, basically black chassis parts, as you can see. But this is the frame. The one upgrade I have done to this already is I've replaced the shocks. The shocks that come in it are absolutely terrible. If you are into RC at all, or like hobby grade RC at all, you'll know that a lot of the shocks that you get from the modern vehicles are actually oil filled, so they're oil dampened. The ones that came with this are grease dampened. Pardon me while I hit puberty. They're grease dampened, and they don't seal properly. So you go and you make a few runs with them, and I hear a car. So you go and you make a few runs with them, and by the time you're done, your truck's all springy and bouncy all over the place. And you'll see a picture or a video of that happening right now. It's all over the place. It's a little exacerbated by the body movement, but other than that, it's kind of, it is a bit of an issue. The shocks that I have put on this are actually T-Max shocks. I found a cheap set of new T-Max shocks online, and just kind of put them on. I had to modify them slightly. I will have a separate video on how to do that. But they aren't the ideal situation because the spring rate is still a bit too stiff. But it doesn't get the whole, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. And you'll see video of that happening right now. And maybe after that rolls, I'll put like a side-by-side comparison if I can figure that out. But anyways, it drives half decent. The turning circle leaves a lot to be desired. But then again, it has, in essence, it has 4 locked differentials, front to back, and then, each 3 of the solid axles. The flex, ironically, comes mostly from the chassis itself. But if I were to, there we go. Okay, so that is the left rear wheel completely still on the ground. Both front wheels on the ground, and then this one is up as high as it'll go. And then the middle one just kind of dangles. But, I mean, it's a 6x6, that's what it's supposed to do. Anyway, the suspension does work. It's just that it could definitely use, with this shock setup, it could definitely use a lighter rate spring, even if it came at the cost of lowering the truck a little bit. So I'm going to play around with shock setup. I'm going to look into getting something, because these shocks are 2.5 pounds. So, or the springs on each shock are 2.5 pounds. So that's, if you think about it, that's 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. So that's 15 pounds of up force, I guess, to make these, it takes 15 pounds of pressure to make this fully compress. And that's not that great, especially for a crawler. I mean, for something that you're doing crazy off-road stuff like a T-Max with, that's okay. But for a crawler, meh. So, yeah, enough of me rambling. If you have any questions, or if you want to see anything of this truck or any part of this truck up close, or more specific, taken apart, whatever, just let me know. I will do my best to get a video out of that, and expect a lot more of this in the coming weeks, months. I have secured funding through a watcher, or a subscriber, I guess, who wishes to remain anonymous. But you know who you are. Thank you very much, you rock. For the metal parts for this, not all the metal parts. The axles will remain plastic, but they make metal chassis rails. There's a metal, I guess, skid plate on the bottom that is actually, I'll just show you, this piece right here. They make metal chassis rails and then metal ends for the chassis. I've also got a high torque steering servo for this, because the one that comes on is kind of meh. But anyways, for something that you can purchase for, depending on the sale or whatever, for something that you can get for like $100, this is awesome. This is really cool. And they do make metal parts for it, which is even cooler. And yeah, just be on the lookout for some more videos. And if you want to see more, just let me know. and I will do my absolute damnedest to get something out and, you know, what you see. I do plan on taking the axle apart and showing the axle up close. It's the same axle, front, middle, and rear. It's just the front one has steering knuckles on each side. It's done through an interchangeable, I guess, end tip, axle tip. I don't know. But other than that, like I've said, just keep in touch. Subscribe if you like. If this is your first time checking one of my videos out. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot more fun stuff coming in the coming months because my car is almost done, which is right here. I'm doing this in the garage, if you couldn't tell from the outside noises. My car is almost done, and I'll have videos on that, and I'll have videos, you know, once I start getting a regular income, I'll be able to, you know, sink a little more money into my YouTube channel and, you know, produce cool stuff. So, yeah. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it greatly. If you liked it, please shoot me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Let me know in the comments why you didn't like it. Tell me why. If you don't like my voice, or if you don't like how I say like Danica Patrick all the time, or anything like that. Even if it's, you know, the truth hurts sometimes. So hey, let me know. It's much appreciated. Help me help you not be annoyed by me. If that makes any sense. But anyways, check out the links in the description, yeah, all that kind of stuff. So, thank you once again for watching. I appreciate it greatly. Goodbye.